Hi everybody, welcome once again to another Low on Health game video review where I go over some of the games I've been playing recently. For this special kind of episode, I'll be going over Assassin's Creed Brotherhood for the Xbox 360, and I also will be talking about the Assassin's Creed 2 and the first Assassin's Creed. But first let me go ahead and get started with Brotherhood, which of course is the newest one that came out. I want to say right off the bat, I was so pleasantly surprised with Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. The game really kind of just wowed me to a sense of its refinement and polish of what the game is. It is basically almost kind of an add-on to Assassin's Creed 2. It's kind of the same engine, kind of polished up and whatnot, and just really kind of just boiled down to its core elements, and it's just really, really good. I was very pleasantly surprised with it. The visuals are good. It has great draw distance, great audio, great just overall atmosphere. The gameplay itself, like I mentioned, is refined. I felt the platform would be a lot more solid in this installment of this series, in which case it is basically the same Assassin's Creed 2 engine. You could easily say this was an expansion to a point, but it's just so immense what you can do in this game. Some of the key things I really, really enjoyed about Assassin's Creed Brotherhood were the build-up element. In the Assassin's Creed 2, you could, of course, upgrade your villa and kind of shops and whatnot, and in this one, you're basically almost rebuilding Rome. It all takes place just in Rome, one solid city. You don't have other ones you go to. You don't have like really kind of a countryside that you go back and forth from. It is just Rome. In which case, I did love that aspect. Some people don't, but I love the aspect of building up Rome, fixing this, fixing that. It gave me a use for the money. That's really I really enjoyed, is that as you accrue more money, you can actually go do things with it to a point. I also enjoyed the overall game. It's hard to kind of pinpoint exactly what. I just loved everything about it. The cool things that really kind of came kind of towards the middle of the game is when you start the Assassin's Guild, you can kind of start recruiting people. And the cool thing about that is once you start recruiting the people, you can actually send them away on missions or call them in battle. And for me, that was just so awesome to be able to call people to be assassinated. You mark a target and you raise your fist up, and basically your assassins will come out of hay barrels or off of roofs and kill that person. And it's great because it helps you out in battle. If you're trying to get around the city, you can easily kind of take out guards that way. The cool thing also is you have kind of like a menu screen where you can send them off on missions to get money or items, and you can they level up that way. And as they do kills, they also level up, and you can kind of gauge them on working on defense or offense, and eventually just max level them out and make them like full-blown assassins, which for me was just really cool. It's kind of like a Final Fantasy Tactics or other games where you send out party members to go do stuff, and after a certain amount of time they come back with experience or items. And for some reason, I really love that. I really like the whole kind of management issue of the game. And of course, the missions are your standard affair. There are a bunch of different types of missions: story missions, assassination missions, and Leonardo missions, and kind of layers. They're kind of Romulus layers that you kind of go through, which are kind of standalone, kind of platforming puzzles and whatnot. And I don't really know I just there's so much good things to say about the game. It was just a solid package, and I was just really pleasantly surprised with it. And the story, like I mentioned before, is really nice because it does kind of it lets you come out of the Rome aesthetic, the Rome venue, and actually go and deal with Desmond in the present or in the future, however you want to look at that. But you were actually able to interact with the people in the future or in the present with Desmond, and I really much like that. Like, you could go out and explore, you could go find things, you could talk to him, and get a better sense of the world. There wasn't that much in 2, and that's why I didn't like 2 that much. But I really just enjoyed Brotherhood so much, even though they really didn't do much with the engine. What they did is they just polished it up and then added so much more content, and I enjoyed that immensely. There was just so much to do in the game. I still haven't done all of it, but it came out of nowhere. I wasn't really expecting much. It wasn't even really on my radar. I kind of just threw it off to the side, and I was just so pleasantly surprised with Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. I didn't do a lot of the online stuff with it. I dabbled with it a little bit, but didn't really find it that appealing. That's just me. But just really enjoyed the game. I can't reiterate that much about it, and it does kind of end with a cliffhanger like they all do. And what I really like is when you think about it, the span of the games has just been 3 or 4 weeks. I mean, you're following this guy from place to place. But just really enjoyed it. Like I said, if you want to know more of my bullet points, they're down in the info there underneath the video of actually what more that I thought of it. But what I want to do real quick is touch upon the Assassin's Creed, the first one, Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. The first Assassin's Creed, I enjoyed. The story, once again, was kind of let you kind of come out of the animus, come out of the past, and deal with kind of the future stuff and get an idea of the world, and I love that immensely. The gameplay itself was kind of not rough, but you could see the early stages. It was good, and the combat was good, just like the combat's been good in all of it. A lot of countering and whatnot. But the problem with the first one that a lot of people had was that there's only like 4 tasks to do. There weren't that many variety in the missions and whatnot, and a lot of it came down to actually the tail end of the game came down to brawling and fighting your way out, which I didn't enjoy that much. But the first Assassin's Creed was a good game. The second one I really didn't enjoy that much, mainly because they don't do a lot of the future present stuff with Desmond. You only really come out of the Animus twice, and I didn't really like that. You definitely had chapters missing, in which case they included that as DLC in the second game. And I really didn't enjoy the character Ezio that much. Even though he's the same character you play in Brotherhood, his character gets fleshed out more. In Brotherhood, you get kind of a sense of his character development and growth over time, because you actually do have past missions and blocked memories in Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. And I like that. They made him more of an enjoyable character to play and relate to in the Brotherhood. But Assassin's Creed 2 didn't do that much, and I just really enjoy Assassin's Creed 2 that much whatsoever. It did have the villa build-up element, in which case that's the part I liked of it the most, where you could actually invest money and whatnot. But it's nice to see them kind of they have worked on the game, and it has gotten better over time, and I like to see that. Even though Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, you might not think is that much technically different than 2, it is more polished, and I think just better as a game overall. The combat, like I said, is great, and I just really much enjoyed it, and that's why I wanted to kind of just do one video talking about it. Like as I was playing it, it was really much thinking, oh, this is a really good game, and then, oh, this is in my top 10 easily, this is in my top 3. This is a really good contender for a game of the year. And I recommend it to anybody that likes Assassin's Creed or just likes gaming. Definitely give Assassin's Creed Brotherhood a play. As always, thank you guys for watching, and I will catch you next time.